Hey everyone, it's Daniel Brother Barbaris. So just a few weeks ago, the Windows Server 2025 preview came out, build 26063. If you click here on the hyperlink, you'll see that you can go to the downloads page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you create a Server 2025 folder on your desktop. This file will be in the text description of the video. Click on Select Edition. The first one is Windows Server vNext Preview ISO Canary Build 26063. Click Confirm. Select your language and click Confirm. And download now. I've already got that downloaded, so I'll close this window. Now, just so you're aware, the installation media, the ISO there, with this build encounters booting issues under UEFI. In VMware Workstation, VMware Player, VirtualBox, QEMU, Hyper-V, it doesn't matter which one you use. So what we're going to do first is we're going to install it using Legacy BIOS, and then we'll immediately convert it to GPT using the command line tool MBR to GPT. New features in this build are they added a wallpaper that is a variant of the Bloom of Windows 11. The installation of Windows Server includes a desktop experience. There's a feedback hub and a Speak to Me application. WinGet is now included in the server, which is great for a lot of people. I know we use WinGet. OpenSSH is now integrated by default, so that's a good one if you're connecting to your Linux servers, etc. Bugs in VMware environments. I've noticed that if you add an extra hard drive, it leads to the taskbar disappearing and subsequent system freezing. Now, remember, this is not even a beta build. This is not even an alpha build. This is just a preview, and they can change anything they want at any time. So just keep that in mind when you're testing this, that it's not going to be used in production environments. This is strictly for testing. Application of the WinPE PowerShell optional component can encounter challenges incorrectly installing PowerShell. So within the WinPE environments. So of course that's going to affect us if we're trying to use PixieBoot with this. You're not going to be able to promote this to a domain controller yet. They haven't worked out those bugs. This again is just a testing build. The Speak to Me application does not open when you click on it. So it's just there as a placeholder, it seems. For those of you who followed my last video series, we're just going to open up our VMware. You'll see our lab we created in our last videos. I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to right click here in the library, click New Folder, and I'm going to call that Testing. Okay? I'm going to move that up to Computer. I'll just leave it there. It's fine. File, we're going to go New Virtual Machine, Custom, Next, leave that as default. I will install the operating system later. Choose Windows Server 2022, since they haven't added 2025 yet to the dropdown. We're going to call this WS2K25STD for Windows Server 2025 Standard. Next, we're going to choose BIOS. As I said, there's an error if you try to use UEFI right off the bat. Okay. Next, one processor, 2 cores. We'll leave it at 2048 or 2 gigs of RAM. Next, go to 100 gigs of hard drive space, store as a single file. Next, then click Customize Hardware. We're going to go to our new CD DVD, use ISO image, click Browse, and we're going to browse to our Server 2025 folder that we created and select that ISO. We're going to go down to Network Adapter, LAN Segment. We're going to click LAN Segments, Add, and we're going to give it a new one. We're going to add Testing here. Click OK, and select Testing. Then we're going to go down to Display, accelerate 3D graphics, and uncheck the automatically adjust user interface size. Click close, finish. Then we're going to right click that, settings, go to the options tab. Under VMware tools, we're going to click update automatically and synchronize guest time with the host. Click OK. We're going to move that to our testing folder. There we go. And we're going to power on this machine. There we go. You can close this window here. It'll automatically start going with BIOS. We're going to click on the screen, give that a few moments. Language to install, select your language, time and currency format, click next. Keyboard or input method, next. We're going to agree everything will be deleted, including files, apps, and settings. Next. I've placed the standard key here, but the data center key is up there at the top. So if you want to do data center, you can do that. Now remember, when you're typing this, the dashes will be filled in automatically. So MFY9F, XBN2F, TYFMP, CCV49, RMYVH. It'll say checking this key. Your product key works. Continue when you're ready. Click next. We're going to choose the desktop experience. Next. Accept. Searching for disk. Disk 0, our 100 gig disk. We're going to click next. And install. And away we go. I'll come back when this is complete. Okay, we're at 76%. Almost there. It says your PC will restart in a few moments. That was quick. So, get here. Give that a few moments. You can see the new screen here installing. So I'll come back when that's done. Okay, we're at 94%. And here we are. 100%. We're going to type in our password. Click finish. And away we go. There we go. And we'll log in. Control-Alt-Insert. Okay, when you get here, it's going to ask you about sending diagnostic data. I'm going to go down to required only. Click accept. Click on the screen, press your numlock key. Okay. We're going to click on don't show this message again. Server manager, we're going to click manage. Server manager properties. Do not start automatically. Okay. Give that a moment. Click on services. Click the top one. Shift click the bottom. Right click and click start services. We're going to wait for those services to start up before we get to the nitty gritty of this. Just a few moments. Let those start up. Click OK. Close that. We're going to open up File Explorer. Okay, we're going to click this PC. Double click on your C drive. Right click on Windows.old and just click delete. You can either empty recycle bin or hold down shift when you are deleting. Close File Explorer. Now, because we set this up as BIOS, we're going to have to use the MBR to GPT tool. Okay, so that will convert it from an MBR to GUID partition table style drive. So what we'll do is we're going to right click start. Okay, we're going to type CMD. Give that a moment. Click Run as Administrator. Now, in order to see what kind of commands we can use with MBR to GPT, you can put a /? You can see it validate, convert, which disk to use. And normally, this would only work in a Windows PE environment. But because we're going to use allow full OS, we can use that in any environment we want. So first thing we're going to do is validate our drive can be updated. So MBR to GPT /validate /disk :0 allow full OS. There we go. It says validation completed successfully. So we're good. We're going to convert it now to GPT. MBR to GPT /convert /allow full OS. Enter. Give that a moment. Installing new boot files. Conversion completed successfully. Now we're just going to shut down our VM. S/T 1 second. And it should shut down. We're good there. Now we're going to convert it to UEFI. So we'll right click on there. Click Settings. Go to the Options tab. Under Advanced at the bottom. And we're going to change it from BIOS to UEFI. Enable Secure Boot. Then we're going to go to Access Control. Encrypt. We're going to use our password here. Encrypt. Go to the Hardware tab. Click Add a Trusted Platform Module. Finish. OK. And we'll repower on the machine. Okay. Once we're here, we can sign in. Control-Alt insert. Give that a moment. I'm going to right-click Start, Run, and I'm going to type time-date.cpl for our control panel applet. Change our time zone. For me, that's Arizona. You choose your time zone here. And then I'm going to adjust that time because we're not connected to the internet, so it didn't get it from Microsoft. So 7:24, OK, and OK. We're good there. Next thing we're going to do, we're just going to open up our File Explorer. We're going to verify. Click this PC, and you'll see there's an E drive here. Don't worry about that. That's our recovery partition. We're going to remove that from seeing it on this PC. So right-click on C drive, type Windows, press Enter. Then right-click on Start, Run. COMP mgmt.msc for computer management. We're going to open that up to disk management. Give that a moment to populate. There we go. Now on disk 0, you'll see the E drive. We're going to right click on that. Click Change Drive Letter and Paths. And just click Remove. Click Yes. Yes. And there we go. Close disk management. And you can see it's gone there. All right. Now we're going to go over here. Right click on our VM. Click Install VMware Tools. We can close this window. You'll see an autoplay window come up. We'll close that as soon as it does. There we go. Click File Explorer. Go to the D drive. Double click Setup 64. Give that a moment. And open that up. Next. Typical. Next. Install. Now I'm going to remove this line because Windows 11 and Server 2025 don't have those notifications come up. So we'll Let that go through. There's our video driver. Okay, click finish, and yes. Let that restart, and I'll come back at the boot screen. And we're back. Control Alt Insert. Let's log in. Now these are just preferences, but of course, if you've been following along with my videos, you'll know that I like dark mode. So we're going to right click on the desktop, click Personalize. We're going to choose the Windows Dark mode. There we go. Click Close Personalization. I'm going to click Start, type CMD. Give that a moment. Run as administrator. And we're going to highlight all the way down here for our services. We're going to fix those. There we go. Press Enter. Now we're going to go here and right click our taskbar. We're going to click Taskbar Settings. Under Search, I'm going to use Search Icon Only, Copilot Off, Task View Off, and then we'll close those settings. Now I'm going to click Start. I'm going to type Startup Apps. Click on that. We're going to go to the Azer ArcSys tray and turn that off, and then we'll just close our settings. Right click on Start, click Windows PowerShell Admin. We're going to set up to allow ping. We're going to set our service delay to 90 seconds. We're going to install the .NET Framework 3.5 from our disk, and we're going to install BitLocker and BitLocker management tools. So we'll highlight all of that up to 3.13. Click Copy, Paste, and away we go. Now while that's doing that, I'm going to open this up. If you watched my original video series, you know that there was a problem with the Windows recovery environment for both Windows 10, Windows 11, Server 2022. Since this 2025 version uses the kernel that Windows 11 uses, we're going to also resize that partition. I put the steps here. There's a little change, of course, because the partitions are laid out a little bit differently in this version than 2022. So instead of selecting partition 3, we're selecting partition 2. We're going to override that, and of course you can see our GPT attributes. You can go ahead and close that. This is going to install the .NET Framework core from our CD, those sources folder, and then BitLocker. And I'll be right back when it's rebooted. Okay, we're at 92%. It's almost there. And then it will restart, and we'll get to our fixes for the WinRE environment. There we go. Okay, here we go. So let's log in. Give that a moment. Okay. We're going to click Start, CMD. Give that a moment to come up. We'll click on Run as Administrator. We're also going to give it a moment for our VMware tools. Click, you saw the screen flash. So we're going to copy this all the way up to disable WinRE environment. Paste. You can see, and we're good to go. So let's see what we got. We went disk 0 is now selected. Select part 2. Shrink, successfully shrunk. Now the select partition, successfully deleted. Created, succeeded in creating. Successfully assigned the attributes. Formatted complete. Formatted the volume. Exit disk part. And now we're here. Okay, we're going to right click on our VM. settings. We're going to go up here to CD/DVD. We're going to click remove. We're going to click on our network adapter, and now we're going to go to NAT so that we can get our updates. Click OK. We're going to wait for our network icon down here to change and be solid. You'll see it's the globe right now, and there you go. Now it's solid. Okay, and we're going to restart our machine and come back. There we go. Restarting. Okay. Shouldn't take long. And here we go. Control-Alt-Insert. Log in. Okay. Give that a moment. Okay. Right click on the desktop. We're going to go to personalization. Actually, personalize. So I'll re-upload that. That's fine. Okay. We're going to go down to themes. All the way down to the bottom. Desktop icon settings. Computer, user files. Oh, our flash happened at that time. User files and network. Click OK. Close personalization. Right click, view, and auto arrange icons. There we go. Now we're going to open up File Explorer. We're going to click the three dots here. We're going to click Options. We're going to click Open File Explorer to this PC. Under the View tab, I'm going to click Decrease Space. Uncheck the Hide Extensions for known file types. Go all the way down to the bottom, expand Open Folder, Show All Folders, and Show Libraries. Click OK, and close that. Don't worry about our Windows Update thing. That's what we're going to do next, okay? We're actually going to click on Clear All. I'm going to open up Settings, so click Start, Settings. So you can see your diagnostic settings are preventing this device from getting Windows inside of builds. That's fine. We're going to open up Settings here, close this. All right. We're going to go down to Windows Update. We're going to click Get the latest updates as soon as they're available. We're going to go down to Advanced Options. We're going to click Receive Updates for other Microsoft products. And click on Get Me Up to Date. Close Settings. Now we're going to open up Edge from the taskbar. Start without your data. Confirm and continue. Continue without this data. Confirm and start browsing. There we go. But we're going to click on our menu again. Click Settings. And then Help and Feedback about Microsoft Edge. Give that a moment. It's going to update Microsoft Edge. Then it's going to ask you to restart it. Once we restart it, we're going to verify that we can get to a website. So I'm going to use my channel on YouTube. Give that a few moments. I'll be right back when the restart shows up. Okay, and restart shows up. We're going to click restart. Give that a moment. Browser has been updated. I'm going to copy this, paste, and here we go. There's our site. Okay, we're going to close Edge. Now we're going to click Start, Settings. We're going to go on Windows Update and make sure we maximize the window. You can see download and install all. So we're going to click Install All. Okay, we're going to wait for that to install. And when it says Restart Now, I'll come back. Okay, now we're at the pending restart. So we'll zoom in here. Click Restart Now. And away we go. I'll come back when that's at the login screen. All right, here we go. Control-Alt-Insert. Let's log in. We're going to make sure that we're up to date. There may be a few lingering security updates, so click on Settings. Windows Update. Click Check for Updates. We'll make sure we're good to go. I'll give that a few moments and I'll be right back. Okay, it says you're up to date, which is good. Now, if you don't want to get the alerts for the diagnostics, what you can do is you can click on Advanced Options, and receive updates for other Microsoft products is good. But then when we go down to our, let's see here, optional updates, delivery optimization, I think we're good here. Give me one moment, I'll be right back. Okay, so on this screen, we're going to click on Windows Insider Program. Give that a moment, and you can see it says to access the Insider Program, you need to turn on optional diagnostic data. So you can click on that and click on, and that way you don't keep getting the Windows security alert. Okay, and that's, like I said, that's optional. You can uncheck that at any time. Okay, now we're going to right click Start. Now we have our terminal admin. Okay, since it's up to date, and we're going to rename our computer. There we go. And give that a moment to restart, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. We're going to log back in. Now, if you watched the previous videos, you know that I have some preferences that I like. I like to see the security system tray icon here. So we're going to go to right click, run, type gpedit.msc. That opens up the local group policy. We're going to maximize that. I'm going to go to computer configuration, administrative templates, Windows components, go all the way down to Windows security. Click on systray. We're going to double click on the hide Windows systray. We're going to click disabled, apply, click OK, and we'll close that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to right click start, click run, CMD. I'm going to type GP update force. Give that a moment to update the policy. And now I'm going to restart the machine. All right. We'll come back as soon as that's ready. Okay, we're back. Let's log in. Give that a few moments. Okay. We're going to wait for the Windows security icon to show up in the taskbar down here. And we'll make sure it's all set to green. Okay. There it is. I'm going to move that here. And okay. I'm going to click on that. Make sure everything's green and good. Okay, we're good to go. Now I'm going to right click our desktop. I'm going to click on Open in Terminal. And I'm going to update our PowerShell help. Okay. Give that a moment to load. Update-help. And give that just a few moments so it can register that we did that. There it is. Okay, I'll come back when that's done. Okay, and we're good to go. These ones are expected. So we're going to click on the down arrow here. I'm going to click on Settings. And I'm going to click on Windows PowerShell over here. And I'm going to run this profile as administrator. I'm also going to do the same thing with the command prompt. I'm going to save that right here. Close the settings and close that. We're good to go. Now I'm going to grab our newest PowerShell. We did this in our previous videos. So let's go to the GitHub for PowerShell. We're going to go down to the stable downloads. The newest one is Windows x64 MSI 7.4.1. We're going to click on that. Give that a moment to download. And we're going to click Open File. I'm going to close Edge. Next. Next. I'm going to check all these boxes here. Next. Next. And install. We're almost done here. Okay. I'm going to click Finish. Then I'm going to right click I'm going to shift click my desktop so I can open up PowerShell here as administrator. I'm going to set it so that we have UTF-8 like we did in our previous videos. And then I'm going to update the help for Windows PowerShell 7. There we go. And I'm going to come back when that's ready. Okay, we're good there. And just as with the 5.1 version, we know that these are expected. Okay, so we're going to type exit. And we're good there. I'm going to right click our desktop. I'm going to go to display settings. And I'm going to change it to a resolution that's better to view everything with. 1440 by 900 for me. Whatever resolution you like. Okay. Close display settings. I'm going to open up File Explorer. I'm going to shift right click on my C drive. I'm going to click Turn on BitLocker. Give that a moment. Now, here's the great part. Since we're not on a domain, we can click Print the Recovery key. Now, you can see it's print to PDF, so that's fine. It doesn't care. It doesn't know that that's just a PDF printer or a software printer. So I'm just going to call this Recovery key. I'm going to save that there. Give that a moment and click Next. Encrypt the disk space. Use disk space only. Next. New encryption mode. Good. And start encrypting. Okay. Now we're going to see the encryption process. You can click down here and wait for that to be done. And I'll come back when it is. Okay, encryption is complete. We can click Close. Now you have a fully up-to-date and secure Windows Server 2025 machine that you can test on. Okay. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments section below. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day, everyone.